do I think Ron Paul, you want me to talk about Ron Paul. You're pushing me into this. The problem, I used to make fun of Ron Paul because I didn't like his stance on terror, and I didn't like his, I think, downplaying the Al-Qaeda threat and the terror threat. What I have found over the last 3 to 4 years is I'm agreeing with Ron Paul more and more and more. Ron Paul comes across to some people as a little too preoccupied with certain threats. And it rubs a lot of people the wrong way, and it's rubbed me the wrong way. But the fact is, Ron Paul is right about the Federal Reserve. He's right about Bernanke. He's right about the Federal Reserve becoming something larger than it ever should have been. The Federal Reserve should be charged with the task of maintaining a stable dollar. Instead, it's buying up AIG. It's funding all of these bailouts. It's intervening in the bond market. And every time it moves, it's making the wrong move. One of the reasons we had the housing mess is because interest rates were kept unnaturally low for way too long, and Ron Paul's been right about that. But I don't like saying that because I used to make fun of Ron Paul, and I can't do that anymore. Presidentially, though, he just doesn't pass the test that people are going to look at and say, can he beat President Obama? And he doesn't strike people as presidential, and he's got those foreign policy flaws. But on the economic issues that he's harped on, he's right. I just don't think he's the right candidate to lead the Republican Party. And I know that that really angers the Ron Paul supporters who are very, very devoted. But you don't just have to be right on some of the issues. You've got to be able to sell yourself as a president. And I don't think that Ron's been able to do that. Is that good enough for you, or do you want me to criticize it? You're trying to push me where I don't want to go. I'm Mark Belling in for Rush. I really enjoyed doing the last 2 days, even though the staff, particularly Mr. Snerdley, trying to make my life miserable by pushing me to criticize Ron Paul more harshly than I want to criticize him, because you want me to take the heat for criticizing Ron Paul. Ron Paul has a lot to offer. I just don't think he's the answer, because the number one priority is that you've got to beat Obama, and then you have to beat Obama with someone who leads. I will tell you this. If the Republicans regain the White House, you know who I want to be chairman of the Federal Reserve? I want it to be Ron Paul. He is the absolute perfect person for this. He should drop the presidential campaign and just audition for that, because then he could accomplish everything that he wants to do with regard to the Fed, and he'd be right about that. I've loved doing the show. Hope you've enjoyed it. Talk to you soon again. Mark Davis tomorrow. Bye.